everyone, it's Master Wong here. I'm back again. Today is another lesson all the way over here in America here to find a master in a very high caliber into many things. He teaching street fight, he teaching safety, he teaching into the UFC, and a lot of his student is the world champion as well in UFC. So it's for me the honor here to ask him some question. How somebody asked me here, Pit Master, how do oneself or how do someone react themselves into the fight when the fight start? How they react to it? Should they react to it maybe, or something along that line?
That's an ambiguous question, but we can answer that. I'll tell you. I'll give you 3 ways. But first of all, how do people react to a fight? Sometimes they react very poorly, right? And when you act very poorly to a fight, that's a bad situation. It's going to end really, really badly. It's a fight, which most people never have to get into, is something you can't do badly. You have to react in the right way. And I'll tell you one way not to react, and then I'll tell you 3 ways to react. One way not to react is freeze. Because if you freeze, you're gonna get the shit kicked out of you, basically. There's no upside to freezing. Running or doing something like crazy, like jumping up and down or running after your opponent, all that's better than freezing. Nothing is worse than freezing. So you don't want to freeze, right? I've seen people freeze.
A lot of people are come across with when they see something happen, then they come at them because they're not prepared, they're not aware, they don't understand, they don't train. So something happened, they're frozen. Yeah, they're
frozen.
That's a natural for human being natural.
No. So when you say what do people do, I want to tell you what you should do. So number one thing is stay calm as you can. That's really hard to do. It's a lot easier said than done. But during a fight, you're never going to hear Joe Rogan say, "Wow, that guy's too calm." You can't be too calm, and that's something you should train your mind. You should train your mind for. Constant visualization of situations whenever you're out or when you're training. I hope you're training. You should be. You should always be putting yourself in different positions, because then when it happens, you've already been there in your mind X amount of times, so you're going to deal with it better. Staying calm, like I said, harder. It's much harder to do than say, but it's of utmost importance. Okay, so that is the number one thing you should do in a fight if you get jumped. Try to stay as calm as you can.
So second one you're gonna do to them?
You want 2?
Yeah.
Oh, we want 3. We're gonna give you 3. Okay. Number 2, decide really quickly as soon as the fight breaks out. You're staying calm. You didn't want to fight, but this guy obviously did. So number 2, you have to plan your attack like that split second. Are you gonna rush them and start hitting them? Are you gonna rush them and try to take them down? Are you gonna run away? You have to have that plan of action right away. Being calm is number 1, but a set plan of action. Action is everything, right? Just like in your business or in your life, taking action is the only thing that really counts. And the same thing is gonna hold true for this fight. Okay, so that's number 2. You want number 3?
Number 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Number 3, you have to, the fight broke out, so you're doing what you have to do. You have to have an exit plan. You have to have an exit plan. You could hit someone once or twice, and you could stop the attack. But now you have to have an exit plan. You can't start freaking out after the fight. You have to know exactly what you want to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, you want to make sure either you or someone calls 911. That's your exit plan from the fight. Don't worry about that during the fight. Don't worry about that before the fight. You worry about that right after the fight. You want to get 911 on the call, because that right there number one, it's the right thing to do. Number two, it shows everyone that you're not just some kind of animal who lost their mind. You were trying to protect yourself, and now you want to get this poor person some help. Okay, so you want to make sure that 911 is called. That is your exit strategy, a 911 call to help the guy that attacked you,
The victim.
that's now on the ground. You want to turn that guy into the victim. Yeah.
So this is important to understand, yeah? Very basic, free thing. Some of you don't understand what is it. The frozen is a big thing. The frozen. I saw a lot of time when something happened. They're scared. The hand is shaking and so many things going on and stuff like that. So the training is very important. And like I mentioned before, okay, if you're in America, you got all the information down there. You're gonna find this master here, okay, pit master here, able to helping you. And second, he got some training course as well. So all the information below here will helping you to understand it more, to get some more confidence and stuff like that. So your question been answered. Master Wong here, and
Pitmaster.
see you next lesson.